Most of my family didn't know I hid my addiction from everybody. They thought, this guy's a bit off now and again, but I hid it so well that nobody really knew what was going on for me. The only person I kind of really let in was my girlfriend at the time. And she was a big support, getting me to my first meeting. But the biggest thing that kind of pushed me to go into recovery or seek this journey of recovery was I was just so sick and tired within myself. And I think that desperation is what pushed me to seek help. I think in the beginning years it started off very much a fun thing that you do with your friends. You hang out, you do a little bit of this, you do a little bit of that. I started not hanging out with my friends. I started saying, you know what, I'm not going to catch a movie with you guys tonight. And I remember sitting at home and using, and that after a while, that was what my life was about. I would go to work, come home and use. And that was my life in a nutshell. I did nothing else but use. I thought life was fantastic. You know, in my delusional head, I still had a job. I was earning a 5-figure salary, but the way I felt inside was like this gaping hole of just nothingness. But on the outside, I portrayed to be winning at life. Oh, the denial was thick. I remember my head telling me that there's no way you're an addict, man. You know, addicts put needles in their arms and they sitting outside on a corner somewhere. You're not that bad, you're okay, man. You just use recreationally, you're okay. Look, I mean, you have a job and stuff, you're okay. But that, in reality, that's not what was happening. And that's kind of why it took me about 8 years to find recovery. My ego or my denial was so high that I thought, you know what, I'm so amazing that I can hold down a job, I can keep a girlfriend, I can look as fabulous as I do and still use drugs, no problem. But again, that was just a mixture of denial and arrogance, I think, that was coming from me. I went to my first inner meeting and I met a guy there who then became my sponsor. He convinced me that it was a good idea to go into treatment. He then called the good guys at WeDorecover.com who organized treatment and everything for me, like in a flash. And within a week I was in treatment. I had 1,000,001 reasons why I shouldn't go. I'm a businessman, I've got to handle my business. I've got to tell my family, people at work are going to know. 4 weeks. How can I be out of work for 4 weeks, you know? I had all these excuses, and I remember him telling me, dude, what is more important? You have your whole life ahead of you, you know? Sacrifice these 4 weeks and amazing things will start happening. Once I found treatment, my life just did a 180, thank God. And this is what I've been looking for a while, and only once I was ready to admit that to myself. To see the beast for what it was is when things turned around for me. It taught me and it gave me the tools to kind of deal with life coming out of treatment and how to handle certain situations where I would usually resort to drugs. The smartest thing I've done for myself was listening to him and calling the guys at WeDorecover.com and getting myself into treatment. That's the best gift I've ever given to myself over the 28 years that I've been alive. Just a break away from my usual day-to-day life and being in a safe space is what I needed. My whole life has freaking changed, turned around since I came into recovery. I've done amazing things. I flew a plane a couple of months ago, and now with a name like Luqmaan and a beard, you'd think. But